An event that brings terrible loss, lasting distress, or severe affliction. A disaster.
Basically, her preparation first focuses on the list that NSF gives out. So we go out and look up meanings of those words.
Well, it's basically the words that I'm like having a hard time with, so then I write them so I can just like look at them whenever I have time and kind of memorize the spelling. Calamity.
Right.
CALAMNITY. Calamity.
Very good.
I think she's always been competitive, but I think her confidence level has gone up in front of audience. I see that her concentration levels go way up when she's doing spelling bees.
The first thing starts from motivation, but I think what it comes down to is more of a project management, because what you want to do is instill this thought in the kid's mind that he has to take this challenge and try to win the challenge. So what he needs to do is maybe spend a few hours every day, and it could be a few minutes for someone else, but the kid has to understand it will require some dedication, it will require some effort.
If you take any of the NSF contests seriously, then I think the most important thing you get out of it is you really start to value discipline, because I mean the word lists are really long. I've never done the math bee or geography bee, but those seem like pretty intense contests as well in terms of the scope of the information that's being covered. So I would say these contests definitely, more than anything, they help kids really learn what it means to buckle down. And I think you see that every year when you see the winners. I mean, those kids have a lot of discipline, and it's pretty, admirable.
It takes really a brave kid to say, Dad, I'm gonna spend another half an hour and I'm gonna complete this. So when that starts happening by the kid himself, you feel so good because you're not forcing him anymore. He is on self-motivated path.
Trying to understand everything you do for meaning for almost every contest, because unless you understand the basis of what you're doing, so for example spelling, if you don't understand any of the words, you just memorize them, you're never going to get anywhere, because you can only memorize for so long, but once you understand, it's for a lifetime.
You have to be persistent. If you lose, you can't just give up. And it's not more of the actual competitions, it's about the journey to them.
Well, I guess the biggest change that happens is that they become a little more focused. They get to understand a little bit more about how other kids are. Sometimes you think, oh, I'm very competitive, the other guys are not. But as soon as you go into the contest, you see, oh my God, there are so many kids who have the same energy, same dedication.
I like to learn, but I'm really competitive. So like even in sports, it's not just like learning, I like to compete a lot.
Well, I like to go there and compete. I'm just a natural competitor.
Isagoge. 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 That is correct.
Well, I think it's very trite to say that every contestant is a winner, but I actually think that is very true, especially for the North-South Foundation contest. I think it takes a lot for kids to participate in something academic outside of school. And as I've always told my brother when he participated, that he shouldn't do it for the trophy and shouldn't do it to show his friends up, but just should do it to learn something and to have a good time and to get the experience of being in a room with peers. And I really think that that's the reason that a child should participate, and I think that that's the reason that parents should encourage their children to participate rather than lure children into participating by a trophy or a medal or $1,000 first prize.